if you'd have told me, let's see, we picked him on Saturday, right? Friday night driving home, y'all are going to pick Shedeur, I would say that's not happening.
Why did Shedeur Sanders, a top college quarterback with big-name swagger, slide all the way to the 5th round? Some claim NFL teams struck back at his legendary father, but something deeper is unfolding. Sabotage theories, power plays, and a young quarterback caught in the middle. The truth behind the headlines might just change how you see the NFL forever. Shedeur Sanders entered the 2025 NFL Draft as one of college football's brightest stars. He led Jackson State and later Colorado with electrifying production, earned the Golden Arm Award, and was projected by many as a first-round pick. Instead, he tumbled into the 5th round, landing at pick 144 with the Browns.
Jimmy Haslam met with reporters yesterday, and the issue came up again of the decision to use the 144th pick in the draft in round 5 on Shedeur Sanders after they had drafted Dillon Gabriel the day before in round 3. Here's Haslam.
That slide stunned analysts and fans. Commentators voiced confusion and disappointment. Patrick Mahomes called it crazy. The fall triggered speculation that factors beyond on-field talent played a role. Some speculated that front offices were wary of the media circus that might follow, especially with Deion Sanders commanding attention wherever he goes. Others pointed to the high expectations Shedeur carried with him, questioning whether he'd accept a backup role or push back if he wasn't immediately treated like a star. On First Take, Stephen A. Smith offered a controversial take. Some NFL insiders punished Shedeur to punish Deion Sanders. His words, "They punished his son to punish him." He framed it as a reactive move by power brokers in the league, not coordinated collusion, but driven by the noise around Coach Prime.
And they went and they punished his son to punish him. Deion knows it. I know it. Anybody with sense know it.
Smith declared it unfair and disrespectful to the player's talent and character. He went even further by comparing the situation to the league's treatment of Colin Kaepernick, drawing a line between media pressure and front office resistance to public figures seen as disruptive. Not everyone agreed. Cleveland Browns general manager Andrew Berry dismissed the idea that Shedeur was penalized because of his father. He clarified that their interactions with Deion were positive and decisions were made independently. League sources cited other reasons: poor interview performance, perceived entitlement, inconsistent pocket presence, and concerns about culture fit. One executive reportedly said Sanders had the worst formal interview he'd ever experienced. Another source claimed that Shedeur appeared too confident and not open to criticism, a red flag for franchises looking for coachable rookies. Owner Jimmy Haslam added to the confusion with remarks distancing himself from the pick. He emphasized that the GM made the call, not him. While not critical, the comments didn't reflect full endorsement and raised eyebrows about the organization's commitment to Sanders. It made fans question whether Haslam was fully behind the quarterback or already preparing to shift blame if things went wrong. Behind the scenes, Shedeur worked to control the narrative. He asked his father Deion not to attend Browns training camp until after preseason began. He told him he wasn't at the level he wanted to be and needed space to grow professionally.
Talk to me about that excitement watching them in the NFL. I saw you went and visit Shiloh and down Tampa.
Shedeur told me not to come. Yeah, let's get that out.
I was about to ask why you hadn't gone to Cleveland.
He didn't want me to come. He's like, Dad, I may get 3-4 reps at practice. I don't want you seeing that. Like, come on, no, I'm not where I need to be. Let me get where I need to be.
Deion confirmed the request in an interview with Michael Irvin. Shedeur's goal was to avoid distractions and stay focused during a highly competitive and media-saturated camp. It was a surprising and mature move, especially for someone who had grown up in the spotlight. He understood that the moment wasn't about flash or headlines, it was about growth. Local rumors claimed Cleveland was intentionally burying Shedeur. On July 31st, Ken Carman of 92.3. The fan delivered a fiery rebuttal. He insisted the Browns were giving Sanders a fair shot and that no one was trying to break him. Carman pointed out Sanders' active role in the community, selling jerseys, signing autographs, donating to local causes, and genuinely engaging with fans. According to Carman, Sanders was embraced, not avoided. The radio host even challenged critics to come to camp and see the energy around the rookie for themselves. They are doing everything they can to provide the fairest shot possible for him. I'll take it to my grave.
But they are doing everything they can for a guy like the name of Sanders, a star of his caliber. They're doing everything they can to provide the fairest shot possible for him. I will take it to my grave.
By late July, training camp hit full speed. Day 7 brought tackling drills and increased pressure on quarterbacks. Both rookies Sanders and Dillon Gabriel showed flashes despite limited first-team reps. Sanders remained 4th on the depth chart behind Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, and Gabriel. Deshaun Watson's Achilles injury and Pickett's hamstring issues temporarily elevated Gabriel, leaving an opening for Sanders if he earned it. He had moments of quick throws under pressure, strong command of the huddle, but consistency was still a work in progress. The coaches weren't making it easy, but they weren't shutting him out either. Off-field problems surfaced. Sanders received 2 speeding citations, once for driving 91 miles per hour, then 101 miles per hour in a 65 zone. GM Andrew Berry publicly warned that such behavior could carry consequences. Sanders acknowledged the mistakes, but the incidents added noise to an already intense preseason.
We told you yesterday Sanders was cited earlier this week. Well, records now show he was also cited for speeding in Medina County back on June 6th by the State Highway Patrol. That's just 11 days before he was clocked going 101 miles per hour in Strongsville.
Critics jumped on the story, questioning his judgment. Supporters argued that it showed the pressure he was under trying to balance expectations, perform, and stay perfect in a world that never stops watching. Trade rumors began to swirl. Former NFL cornerback Asante Samuel posed the possibility during a recent podcast episode, noting that Sanders could pique the interest of other quarterback-needy teams if he puts together an impressive showing in Cleveland's preseason opener against the Carolina Panthers on August 8. Samuel then specifically named the New Orleans Saints as a potential landing spot. He goes out there and does something like he did today, 9 for 9, 2 touchdowns, 32 other teams are watching. A trade wouldn't necessarily be a punishment, it might be a path to playing time. But for now, the Browns seem committed to giving Sanders a chance to prove himself in-house. So what's really happening? The conspiracy theory got attention, but most insiders, including Barry and local media, pointed to more grounded explanations: fit, personality, interview composure, and locker room dynamics. Sanders immediately accepted responsibility and kept a low profile. His maturity during camp contradicted early criticisms and showed a serious, disciplined approach. His request to keep Deion away, his decision to quietly grind, and his refusal to complain about the depth chart all suggested a rookie determined to earn it the hard way. The Browns aren't trying to hurt Sanders or stop him from growing. Local media reinforce this. The organization isn't handing him the job either. He has to earn it. His request to keep Deion away, focus on development, and absorb NFL pace shows a thoughtful rookie trying to navigate a challenging environment. Those close to the team say Sanders studies late, asks questions constantly, and stays longer after practice than anyone else. He's not leaning on hype. He's leaning into the work. The preseason opener against the Panthers on August 8th becomes the proving ground. Coaches will evaluate every snap. Will Sanders show timing, mobility, and decision-making? Or will he reinforce concerns? It could define his early career trajectory in Cleveland. If he shines, the conversation shifts from conspiracy to comeback. If he stumbles, the doubts will get louder. This is more than football. It's a son trying to forge an identity beyond a famous father. Deion's recent health battle adds emotional weight. Deion praises his son's self-awareness but remains concerned. The public interest is strong. Sanders' jersey sales are rising. He's active in Cleveland communities. Ken Carman defended him fiercely, highlighting his positive presence and humility. To fans in Ohio, he's already more than just a draft pick. He's a symbol of potential, pressure, and promise. Strategically, the Browns have choices. If Sanders underperforms, they may trade him while value remains. If he shines, he could shift into a long-term backup or even push for future starting roles. The tools are there. Now it's about execution. His preseason performance will determine if he stays in Cleveland or finds a new home elsewhere. Every throw, every read, every mistake, it all counts now. No single headline captures this story. Conspiracies drive clicks. Owner ambiguity caused a stir. But on the field, Sanders is grinding. Local voices defend his effort. Coaches monitor his growth. The spotlight turns to August 8th. Will Sanders seize his moment or remain buried behind veterans? The next few weeks will shape his NFL future. If you found this story compelling, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dive sports stories, and let us know in the comments. Do you think Shedeur Sanders deserves the spotlight? Or is the NFL just being cautious? Your voice helps shape the next episode. The Pittsburgh Steelers are making headlines just days before training camp begins. Two major announcements have emerged that have fans talking. Are these developments cause for concern, or is this just typical NFL business? Let's break down exactly what's happening in Pittsburgh and why the timing matters. Former Pittsburgh Steelers defensive lineman Aide Ogundeji announced his retirement from the NFL on Instagram. He's only 26 years old. This adds to the growing list of young NFL players stepping away from professional football. Ogundeji played for both the Atlanta Falcons and Pittsburgh Steelers during his 4-year NFL career. His retirement announcement came just before NFL training camps open across the league. "I want to thank God for this beautiful, amazing sport," Ogundeji wrote on Instagram. "I wouldn't be where I am in life without it. It taught me fight, discipline, dedication, and so much more." The former Notre Dame standout revealed he went through a difficult period when he realized his playing career was ending. "I was truly scared whenever I realized my time was done. I thought I lost myself and was truly in a dark place. But God and only God made me realize that this is just the beginning and that there is more out there for me." Ogundeji emphasized his commitment to the sport throughout his career. "I was never perfect on or off the field, even though I tried my hardest to be. However, I put everything I had in the sport and had absolutely zero regrets." The defensive lineman expressed gratitude to everyone who supported his journey. "Thank you to everyone who got me here. Family, coaches, friends, and most importantly, my teammates and brothers. I want to thank the Southfield Falcons, Walled Lake Central, Notre Dame, Atlanta Falcons, and Pittsburgh Steelers for giving me this opportunity and all the people who blessed me along the way. All love, Aide out." The Atlanta Falcons selected Ogundeji in the 5th round of the 2021 NFL Draft. He made an immediate impact as a rookie, starting 11 games during his first season. The following year, he started all 16 games for Atlanta in 2022. His career took a downturn in 2023 when injury struck during the season. Atlanta eventually cut him, ending his 3-year tenure with the Falcons. Pittsburgh signed Ogundeji to their practice squad for the 2024 season. The Steelers promoted him to the active roster in October. However, his time in Pittsburgh was brief. The team released him in December 2024. Ogundeji finished his NFL career with 35 games played. He recorded 75 tackles and 3.0 sacks during his professional career. Before his NFL career, Ogundeji spent 5 seasons at Notre Dame from 2016 to 2020. His college career started slowly. He didn't play in any games during his true freshman season. His second year saw limited action with only 5 game appearances. By his 3rd season, Ogundeji developed into a key defensive player. He transitioned from linebacker to defensive end and became a consistent playmaker for the Fighting Irish defense. Ogundeji was part of Notre Dame teams that reached the college football playoff in both 2018 and 2020. During his entire Notre Dame career, he accumulated 80 tackles and 13 sacks. He also forced 6 fumbles, with 3 coming during the 2019 season. His senior year brought leadership responsibilities. Notre Dame named him team captain for the 2020 season. He earned several accolades that year, including Reese's Senior Bowl Top 250 selection, Pro Football Focus, preseason All-ACC third team, and All-ACC honorable mention. The recognition led to an invitation to the Reese's Senior Bowl. The Pittsburgh Steelers revealed their new throwback uniforms will be released on Monday, July 21st. This announcement represents a significant addition to the team's alternate uniform options. Earlier this offseason, the Steelers confirmed they would introduce a new alternate uniform that includes an alternate helmet. This marks a major change for the franchise. According to Andrew Lind of SportsLogos.net, the Steelers will unveil yellow throwback helmets with matching uniforms. Sources indicate these throwback uniforms will not resemble their current color rush design. Instead, They will more closely match the throwback uniforms worn from 2007 to 2011, though the striping pattern on the sleeves differs slightly. The Steelers have worn just one helmet design since the 2010 season. In 2013, the NFL implemented a one-helmet rule that restricted each team to a single helmet shell per season. Teams could modify the design over the shell but couldn't use multiple helmet shells. Player safety drove this policy decision. The league wanted to guarantee full availability of new helmet technology before committing resources to alternate options. The NFL rescinded the one-helmet policy in 2022. Teams can now wear secondary helmets with alternate uniforms. Different franchises have taken various approaches to their new helmet options. The Atlanta Falcons chose a throwback design, bringing back red helmets from the 1970s and 1980s. The Baltimore Ravens went with a futuristic approach, unveiling a matte purple helmet for the 2025 season. The Cincinnati Bengals and Cleveland Browns have worn white base helmets in recent years. The Steelers made their biggest recent uniform change by wearing gray face masks with their throwback uniforms in 2025. This change acknowledged the 50th anniversary of the 1974 Super Bowl IX winning team. The Steelers wore gray face masks throughout much of their early history before switching to black in 1977. The last time Pittsburgh wore an alternate helmet was also historically significant. From 2007 to 2009, the Steelers wore gold alternate helmets. These matched uniforms that paid tribute to their 1962 look. That year marked the first time the Steelmark logo appeared on one side of the team's helmets. The NFL changed its policy regarding alternate uniform frequency. A modification at the 2025 NFL owners' meetings allows teams to wear non-standard uniforms up to 4 times during a 17-game season. Team president Art Rooney II revealed the Steelers' plans for their alternate uniforms after the schedule release in May. The team will wear their new throwback uniforms against specific opponents. "We are going to have a new throwback uniform this year, and with a new helmet to go with it," Rooney said in his statement on the Steelers' official website. "We're planning to wear our new throwbacks for the Packers game on Sunday night, October 26. It'll be fun to wear our throwbacks against one of the older franchises in the league. That just seems to be appropriate." We'll be doing our Color Rush uniforms late in the year. I think we're going to do it for the Monday night game on December 15 against the Miami Dolphins. Both games will be featured on national television. The Packers game airs on Sunday Night Football, while the Dolphins matchup will be broadcast on Monday Night Football. In 2019, the Steelers wore their Color Rush uniform against Miami in a Monday night game. Mike Williams, another former Steelers wide receiver, announced his retirement on the first day of training camp. ESPN's Adam Schefter reported the news on Thursday. Williams is 30 years old. Sources, Chargers wide receiver Mike Williams' agent Tory Dandy informed the team last night that, after 8 seasons, his client is retiring from the NFL. Schefter wrote on X, Williams walks away from the game at age 30. Williams spent most of his career with the Los Angeles Chargers from 2017 to 2023. He signed with the New York Jets in 2024 before being traded to Pittsburgh in November. His time with the Steelers showed promise, but was limited. Williams recorded 9 receptions for 132 yards and 1 touchdown in 9 games with Pittsburgh. Williams finished his career with solid statistics. He accumulated 330 receptions, 5,104 receiving yards, and 32 touchdowns across 106 games. He was recognized as one of the most underrated 50-50 wide receivers in the league. With NFL training camps beginning, several key storylines surround the Pittsburgh Steelers. TJ Watt's contract situation dominated headlines until he signed a record-breaking extension. The team will report to St. Vincent College in Latrobe, Pennsylvania on Wednesday. Jalen Ramsey's role presents major questions for the defense. Pittsburgh traded All-Pro safety Minkah Fitzpatrick to Miami in exchange for All-Pro cornerback Ramsey. Both players are experiencing slight declines, but Ramsey offers more versatility at this stage of his career. Ramsey has built his reputation as a lockdown outside cornerback. He can also play in the slot and at safety positions. The Fitzpatrick trade has made safety the biggest concern on the roster. Ramsey has expressed admiration for Hall of Famer Charles Woodson, who successfully transitioned from cornerback to safety late in his career. Ramsey hasn't ruled out making a similar move eventually. Joey Porter Jr. appears guaranteed to start on the outside. The Steelers didn't pay all-pro cornerback Darius Slay $10 million this offseason to sit on the bench. Slay could potentially play some safety as well. The wide receiver position remains a significant question mark beyond DK Metcalf.